Some of you may remember that in May, was it May? June.
Yeah.
In June, you blessed Cyrus forward to take a mission trip that he actually helped plan and organize to China. This was his second time, I think, with the sense of mission that you were going. Is that right? That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, the second time. And so we invited him to share a little bit with us about that trip and what came out of it. This is going to be a teaser, friends. Right?
Yeah.
So it's meant to show you just enough so that you'll be like, wow, I want to know more. And so that when we gather in fellowship time, you might be willing to use that time again to hear more.
Yeah.
Cyrus has prepared a whole series of exciting pictures to show you for the fellowship hour. So I do really encourage you to stay and be a part of that. I am thinking, actually, that we are going to do this in fellowship hour. At first we were playing with the idea of moving over to the other side, but we're going to do it right here. So that means we'll give about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes for you to grab some food and take a seat, greet one another, check in with how each other's souls are doing. And then I'm going to give Cyrus a mic, and he is going to show us from above. So anybody who knows how to, and I think this might be especially Vince, who knows how to turn on that TV it doesn't work?
Oh. We could just, no.
So sad. Plan B, as we had planned it. You will take your food and you will go next door. All right? Or should we do it here, Bert? I don't know. What are you thinking? Do it here? I know, then you're eating your crumbly cribblies into the... Okay, next door. Yeah. PowerPoint on, perfect. Thank you. All right, so here we go with Cyrus sharing the teaser.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Pastor Emily for giving me this opportunity to share with the church. So the mission of my trip was cultural exchange and community service. So I'll try to give some background for the trip. I was just inspired when I went back in 2013 to Taozun in Xi'an. So it was another village, and while I was there, I got to experience the lifestyle, the culture, and I was able to interact with like students and the teachers and the family members and just the general community of this village. So while I was there, I got to experience their curiosity, their passion, their kindness, and it really touched my heart. So, I mean, it was like this kind of experience that I wanted to share with other people. So, like, when I came back to America, I decided, and I was also inspired by God, I was called by God to kind of share this experience with others, both Chinese and Americans, because I was with my school at that time. It was actually a trip that my school organized, and they just continued doing it the next year and onwards. So I felt like I should, answer the call myself and organize something that would make it possible for, both people in China and people in America and the communities around them to experience this kind of exchange of cultures, to know, different lifestyles, different histories, different societies. So, yeah, and in a way, being here to talk with you guys is kind of completing my mission, to be able to share with my community, and hopefully, helps everybody. So back in my school, I started a club and I started organizing everything. I had to make connections with the school in China. I had to do a lot of fundraising too. Wait, let me see. Oh, I haven't been turning slides. I've been talking too much. Okay, so these are photos from 2013. Yeah, they're very attached, as you can see, right? That they always, so yeah, it was, so I mean, I'm Chinese, but there were people from my school, like African Americans, white people, and they're like, whoa, I've never seen these people, like, they've only seen these people on TV or something. So it's such a big, it's something so new to them. And even for me, they were touching me and they were trembling. It's like, I mean, just think about how, like, they only see the world through the internet because they're so isolated from, like, the outside world. So I just found, like, and also we are isolated from their world as well, because there's no easy exchange through that. So just being able to go into their classrooms, talk with them, teach them a little English, and just to interact with them. It's just so meaningful, even for that short amount of time while I was in that village in 2013. Yeah, this is on a mountainside. Yeah, and see that's actually the nearest factory, and it's like miles away from any city. So, yeah, yeah, I know. Okay, so this is Xinyu, if you've ever seen her before, but we were actually, this is the club fair, so this was recruiting club members at my school. And so this is the school. And while I was there, I lived with the host family, and I went to school with my host kids. So I ate meals with the family, and I went to sleep when they did, woke up when they did, went to the classes the kid went to. So this is my host family, host mom, host son, host father. The sister is not in this, but okay. But just, I got to experience their daily life and also their school life. So this is a classroom there. Kind of shy. Well. So while I got to experience their village life and also like, their everyday life, I also got to do activities, because when I connected with their school, we had to figure out a list of activities for both my team members and also for the students to partake in. So first of all, we actually also with the trip, remember I asked for like fundraising. Thanks for all your help actually, for donating both money and books. But we built an English language library, so we filled all these with English books. Partially from the money we raised, and also from many of the books that you guys donated. So thank you all for that. This is actually a really good way for them to learn about American culture, or just anything written in English. Like there's culture, society, there's history. So much in those books that that can help them so much. Expand their worldview. And also for us, we got to see so much of their culture, which actually it so rarely gets outside of the village. So we were also gifted with so much. Whoa. Okay. Oh, well, I think I ran out of photos. So see, this is only a little taste of my trip. So I'm just giving what we had so far. So, I mean, by the end of the trip, this is very little, this is very surface level, but I experienced a lot, and I just wanted to share with you guys, so please come later. Yeah. I'd just like to thank you all for supporting me, and just, yeah. Amen. Thank you.
I think it's such a neat thing that we were able to send Cyrus forward, but also just the heart that he just shared about having experienced something and then wanting and taking initiative to do more. I would also just share you're welcome and invited, of course, to come afterwards, but also lifting up Eugene and Leon, who just came back from a time in Taiwan serving on a mission trip also. And for Eugene, this is the second year. Leon, your first, is that right? Nice. Great. Let us continue our time of worship with a time of prayer.